Peace and blessings of God be on you. So last time we introduced what miracles are, and we explained that miracles are never against the laws of nature because laws of nature are essentially laws of God, and God would not break his own laws. And we said that miracles are either laws of nature that are not discovered by man at the time when that miracle happens. Sometimes these laws get discovered at a later time, and sometimes they are still unknown, even today. And sometimes miracles are known laws of nature that act in a very remarkable way in order to aid the godly people. And so, as promised, last time we described the miracle of the Red Sea, and that was a miracle in which a law of nature was used, which was not known at that time, but is known today. And as I mentioned, that we will start today's video with a miracle in which a law of nature was in action, which is still unknown. So let's begin. Once again, this miracle involves Moses, peace be on him, but in a different setting. Now, since this one is a lesser known event than the event of the Red Sea, so I will describe it in more detail. When Moses, peace be on him, had announced his prophethood under instructions from God, the ruler of Egypt turned against him and tried various means to show that Moses was either a liar or a magician. It was difficult for him to prove that he was a liar because everybody knew his character. And that's always difficult to prove in case of prophets, because one thing which even their enemies know very well is that they are not liars, at least not in everyday lives. So he tried to prove that Moses, peace be on him, was a magician. So what this ruler of Egypt did was that he invited all the famous magicians under his rule and bade them to defeat Moses, peace be on him. He promised them huge rewards if they won. So Moses, peace be on him, these magicians, the ruler, and many spectators gathered in a huge field. The magicians were invited to begin. They threw their ropes on the ground, and the spectators felt as if these ropes had turned into snakes. The reason for this was that these magicians were in fact hypnotists. They had hypnotized the spectators and caused them to see their ropes as snakes. Moses, peace be on him, also fell under their spell and thought that the ropes were snakes. But God then revealed to him that he should throw his staff on the ground. As soon as he did that, the whole effect of the hypnotism created by the magicians was broken, and the ropes appeared as ropes again to everyone. Now, most believers in this miracle think that the ropes of the magicians had become real snakes, and when Moses threw his staff, it became an even bigger snake which ate up the smaller snakes. But this is not correct. The fact is that the spell of hypnotism created by the magicians was brought to an end by some law of nature which has not been discovered even now. The miracle lies in the fact that it is well known in the hypnotism world that once a hypnotist casts a spell of hypnotism on some person and has succeeded in bringing the person under his or her influence, the only way this spell can break is if the hypnotist who cast it decides to break it. So here, what happened was that as soon as Moses, peace be on him, threw his staff, the spell was broken, even though the magicians never intended it. This amazed the magicians, who were very well aware of the fact that the spell could not go away unless they so desired. And they did not desire it, and yet it did break. So they instantly realized that there was some superpower beyond human power who was aiding Moses, peace be on him. And they believed in him and his God on the spot. Now, one miracle which all prophets are given is that they make prophecies about their victories at a time when they and their handful of followers have no worldly power, and the majority of society not only rejects their message, but tries very hard to wipe out the prophet, his followers, and his message. Imagine a few people who are very weak in the worldly sense up against a much bigger number of very powerful people who are trying their best to destroy the weak people. Yet, in those days of weakness, the prophets announce under revelation from God that not only are they going to survive, but they are eventually going to win over their powerful enemy. People ridicule this prophecy, and yet it comes true eventually, either in the lifetime of the prophet or sometime after his death, either through his immediate followers or through their future generations. Will you call this chance? What if the prophet makes many such prophecies about some very unlikely events and also makes prayers about some very unlikely events, and these prophecies and prayers are fulfilled, and not a single one can be proven to be not coming true? These prophecies and prayers are as big, if not bigger, miracles than the couple of examples I have given. The remarkable part about these miracles is that things happen exactly the way prophets announce under direction from God before the events actually take place. Each event in itself, though not impossible, is highly improbable. And when lots and lots of these improbable events are foretold and then actually happen, there is a law of nature in action yet unknown to man. Because no laws which are known can explain why all these extremely unlikely prophecies and prayers of a single man are always coming true. So this ends question number 12. Next time we will do question number 13, which says that what is the logical proof of the fact that religion must be logical? God bless you.